everyone, Sophia here. Welcome back to my channel. I just reorganized the whole kitchen. Actually, I did that yesterday, Saturday, and today is Sunday, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. Well, that's not true. I gotta go and take care of stuff in the garage. But anyway, putting stuff on the marketplace today. I reorganized the whole kitchen, and I encourage you to do that now because the holidays are coming. And what does it mean for us? It means that we're gonna have people coming over. They're gonna look for stuff. They're gonna want a cup of coffee. They're gonna open your cupboards. They're gonna hang out in the kitchen. They're gonna watch you cook. They get all sorts of things are gonna happen. The kitchen is the center of the home, and this kitchen over the last maybe year has been really in poor shape. I kind of stuff everything in the cupboard and forget about it, and then when you need something, you pull something out and everything else falls behind it. So there's always breakage, and you know, it's more work than it's worth. So I decided yesterday I had a little bit of time. I didn't film the process because it takes too long for me to film the process. It would have been like a 3-day event and several videos. So I just went ahead and pulled everything out of the cupboards, or at least one cupboard at a time. So it was a big mess for quite some time, and Scott was just like, what now? Poor guy. But he likes the results. So I'm going to give you a quick tour. Well, I don't know about quick, but definitely a tour of what's in my cupboards and how I organized it and why I organized it that way. Okay, because it makes sense. So your kitchen has a different layout than mine. It definitely can either be bigger, or definitely bigger because this is a pretty small kitchen, or it's going to be smaller. So there's a lot of things that you're not going to be able to emulate, but there's maybe some things here and there that you're going to find are good ideas, and you may want to implement that in your own kitchen. I've found a couple of gadgets here and there that I'm currently using and liking and find useful. Sometimes you buy gadgets for the kitchen and they turned out to be duds. They don't work. So, you know, impulse purchases, and then you end up being like, nah, this is garbage. So, without any further ado, we're going to check out my cupboard. This is my kitchen as it stands now and how I organized it. So here goes. We're going to start with this counter, and I'm going to give you a tour of everything I got, right? So we have the Keurig here. I'm putting this over here because it's a reminder that we're going to have to descale the curing. You got to do that on a monthly basis, so it's probably going to happen before the end of the day. I have my tea kettle here, which I use every day, twice a day. A mug tree here where I put a bunch of different mugs, and I made the mistake of buying one that has the straight bars. Not a good idea. You should get the ones that has the little curve. Just so you know, if you're going to buy a mug tree, you should get one that has the curve design. So anyway, so this is the first cupboard, and this is where I have all of my dishes, and that goes straight to the dining room right here. So that's the reason why I have it here. Now there's a lot of stuff in here. You'll probably notice that this is new. I got this one at Goodwill. It's the full set of stoneware by Curbside Japan, and what I did with the corral with the roosters is I put it on the marketplace, and somebody's picking it up already this afternoon. So this is just like regular dishes that we use on a daily basis. There's a lot of them, I get that, but we do use a lot. So over here, this is how I organize things. I got my glasses here, but most of them are in the dishwasher. Oops, I just fogged you up. Hold on. There you go. That's better. Alright, so this is where I keep all of my mixing bowls, and then large plates. Glass ones over here. This is for my packing lunches. It's all my plastic forks and knives and whatnot. I have pitchers here, one pitcher here, and this is where Scott stashes the Doritos because we had chili yesterday. So far not a big deal. Didn't make a big difference here. On this side here, this is where I keep all my utensils, and then this is Not too bad for once. That's the junk drawer you've seen in worse shape. And then over here I've decided to keep all of the doggy bags, because if I keep them in here, it just gets all mumbled. Alright, so what's different? I used to have the appliances here, and I decided to put those instead. So the cupboard underneath is where everything kind of changed, because this is where I used to have all my appliances, but I made a few changes here. On the top over there, I have all of my pie dishes. This is everything I need to make cake, tarts, and pies. All of my temptation is here with the lid, and then these are all the glass containers and some more glass containers. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I used to have about 50 of those, so I really pared down. I hope you realize that there's like 4 of them in here, and then that's it. That's what I got. There's nothing else. I really pared down. The plastic containers, we all have those. We don't know what to do with them. I just put them in this big basket here, and whenever there is different sizes, I'll interlock them. And this is what I use basically for my lunch on a daily basis. These are all the baking ware. So I have the 9-inch, the 13-inch, the big roaster right here, a big platter. These, I'm trying to get more of them. These are the fast craft stoneware corn holders for corn on the cob, and I only found 4, and I can't find any others, so I'm still on the lookout for at least 4 more of these. And then this is where I keep all of my platters. If I have you know, like a big tray of relish, I have a relish dish here, and then 2 cake plates. This is a cheese plate. There's a depression glass one here that's for appetizers, antipasto, and then I have this other one here that has a little bit of a lip. So all of the platters are here. I did get one of these because we used to have just a mat for drying dishes, and the dishes would just end up, I'm sorry about the noise, we still have, gotta close the window a little bit, we still have a lot of landscapers outside. So we used to have just a mat like this, and it didn't work out for me because the dishes just keep on piling up, and then stuff slides off, it's all over the place. So I got this rack a couple of days ago. I'm hoping this is going to help us out. We'll see. It is bulky, but it wasn't expensive, and it seems to be, you know, holding strong enough. We'll see. What do I have here? Yes, I bought this. This is a command hook that you can find at your regular store, and it's meant for spray bottles. So that way the spray bottle is not on the ground or on the counter. I've noticed that the more stuff stays on here, the more water and water stains will happen. So I'm putting this here, and then underneath right here, let me move this, I have another one for the Windex. So you can put a whole bunch against your door, and that will help you find your stuff right away. I did get finally a replacement for this thing here for my paper towels. That's a bamboo one, and you just basically screw it on the shelf. You can put it under your cabinet if you wanted, but this is really good because we used to have the paper towel all over the place. Unfortunately for me, I'm working against landscapers here, so I'm sorry about the noise in the background. So this is one of the cupboards that I have on the side that I've reorganized. I got rid of a lot of stuff. There was a lot of chocolate and different types of powdered sugars and stuff in there that was expired, so I got rid of it. This is all the cheese grating thing that we use. Here I have my 2 kitchen scales and the measuring cup, and my 2 cups that I use for to-go coffee. These are all the refills for the Keurig. And then I cleaned up every shelf, by the way. I'm gonna remove that so you can see. Every shelf has been cleaned and sprayed and dried. And then over here I have everything that is fancy coffee. So we have the French press, the little espresso maker that Scott uses all the time, and then we have 2 ground coffee here in containers. inexpensive. I bought them not at the dollar store, but one of those discount store, and these were, let me see, I think they were $4.99. Oh, even better, $2.99 each. Great containers. They are glass with the stainless steel on them. So this is everything we need here for coffee. And then you know that I've put all my measuring cups here. Over here I reorganized all of the vitamins. It's empty in the back, but I'm bringing them to the front. So these are all the supplements that we take, and then I have this little container here for cold, flu, allergies, headaches, and pain relief. So if I need an Aleve, it's in here. If I have a little bit of an allergy and I need a spray, it's in here. And then over there is the blood pressure monitor. Now here is where I moved all the appliances, and I got rid of a lot of appliances because we had doubles and stuff that we don't use. So this is a multi-cooker that you know, my Cosori multi-cooker. And this thing I love. I can use it as a roaster. I can use it as a slow cooker. I can use it to make all sorts of things. It's got different temperature. It's got a timer on it. This is great. Absolutely love this thing. Now that I have this, I don't need my other crock pot. So I let go of the original crock pot that I had, because this is basically replacing it, and it does way more than a crock pot. So we have the mini food processor here, and then in the back is that blender that I don't use often, but once in a while a good smoothie. I enjoy that. That's the regular food processor. In the back over there is my pressure cooker slash multi-cooker, but this cooks faster than this, but they serve different purpose. And over here is the new one that I have to review for you guys. This is an air fryer, and I've used it twice, and I was actually very pleased with it. So I have to do a review on it. That's probably going to come up next. And all the way in the back over there, you can't see it, but that's all the accessories for either this one or that one right here. So all of the appliances are in the appliance garage right here, and I don't have room for anything else. So I got rid of the old pressure cooker, I got rid of the old toaster, and I let go of the crock pot. So that was 3 pieces I let go of. So counters here are all nice and clear. I have my toaster oven here that we use for toast now. We don't use the regular toaster, so that's the reason why I let go of the toaster. In this over here, you know, I keep all my knives, so that has not changed. This is where I keep all of the potatoes and the onions, and some of you have asked me, well, it's next to the oven, doesn't it you know, alter them because of the heat? And no, because the oven is insulated, so this doesn't get hot and they stay in the dark, so my potatoes actually last longer. So, well, you've seen my stove before. Okay, so here's where there's a big change. I removed, and some of you probably saw that already on Facebook, I removed the 2 doors that were there because we weren't using this at all. I was putting, well, that's not true, I was putting my pie dishes, and you saw that I put them in the other side, but now I can display my Corningware over here, and that's my collection of Spice of Life. And yes, it's above the stove, and that means that they're gonna get dirty, but guess what? I use them, so they get washed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then it gives me all this room over there. Look at all this room I can use to put more of them, because I collect. Yes, I do, and I'm not sorry. No, I'm not. So I have the percolator. I just got that one, and I have the square dish. No, that's the rectangular, like the loaf dish. And then I found this one the other day for $7.99. It's the 5-quart roaster with the dome lid. And then these are the 3 on top are regular lid, and then this one here is a dome lid. This one is the relish tray, and then there's a little saucepan in the back. So I got all of the Corningware here, and we actually like it with the light. It looks really, really neat, and at least we can use this cupboard that wasn't used before. Like, it was kind of like a wasted space, so I like that. All right, over here I reorganized all the spices, and again, all the cabinets were cleaned inside and outside. So all the way on top is stuff that I don't use often, like the walnut oil and the extra salt and pepper grinders and the maple syrup and, you know, stuff like that. Over here are all the big spices, and I had to put a note for Scott. We have more ground cumin in the back because he, I don't know, I mean, I shouldn't talk, right? But we have a cumin here, we have a cumin here, we have another cumin over there. I can't explain why we have so much cumin. But wait, there's more. There's another cumin right here. I don't know what's his deal with cumin. I do the same thing with paprika, so that's alright. I got this Lazy Susan. Same store, The Amazing Saving. And I really like this one because it contains things. You see, the other Lazy Susan, the ones that are just a tray, stuff falls off of them all the time. But this has a long, tall lip, and it has a handle so I can grab and bring things out. So I have most of our spices here and then the cooking sprays, and that's really, really practical. It's only 12-inch in diameter, so it fits in the cupboard. And over here I have the salt and pepper and just the olive oil and the vinegars. I have two types of vinegar and just regular olive oil. You see, I shop at Aldi, right? You're probably, if you shop at Aldi, you recognize it. All right, so this is the spices cabinet, and it's right next to the stove because that's where we cook. So all of this has been cleaned out. Here I just have the big roaster, the cast iron, whatever. Microwave was super cleaned yesterday. Let's see. I cleaned it out and disinfected the whole thing. It took a while. Okay, it really did. All right, here's all my tea. And boy, did I pare down on the tea. So these are all the loose leaf teas, and these are the ones that I actually drink. I had so many of them that I bought on impulse, and I was just like, nah, I don't like that. I've come to the conclusion that I do not like anything that has vanilla. Tea and vanilla doesn't go well for me. I just don't like it. So anyway, I have little hooks here, and this is where all my little tea paraphernalia is. The filter, the little whip for the matcha, the big straining bowl, the measuring scoop. And then for my birthday, Scott bought me this here. Might as well show you, right? It's a matcha tea set, and it went with this, and that allows me to, so I have two of those now, little matcha things. So it's got the measuring scoop, and you basically put the hot water in there, and then you make a little matcha. But he knows I love pottery, so he got me that thing. And then he got me this right here as well. I think he got those at World Market. And this is where I keep my tea bags now. I'm trying to open that. All right, so here are the tea bags. And it's much easier to keep them that way than to keep them in the original boxes, because those boxes, they end up falling all over the place. I don't know. So this is better organized. So this stays here with this. These are the tea bags that I brought back from France. So there's two different types. These are my tea filters. This is what I use when I'm making a single cup of tea. I got those at Fairway, but you can find them online as well. So it's just basically a tea bag. So you put your tea in there, your loose tea, when I make an individual cup. This I use when I make tea in the teapot, or I use this for the teapot as well, it depends. And then all the way on top I have an extra container that I don't use. Probably will fill it up at some point. And then that tea kettle, that Japanese cast iron tea kettle with its warmer that Scott bought for Christmas a couple of years ago. He knows me well, right? And then various pieces of Japanese pottery that go well with the tea. And then this one, I believe Juanita got for me, I'm not sure. That's the green tea. So this is all of my teas, and it's well organized, and I love it. Over here, nothing's changed. This is where I keep the cleaning stuff. But over here I did get this, and I'm trying this out. This is an organizer for all of your bags. So you can move the shelves up and down. So you can do all of your sliding, you know, you slide the bags in here, and then the aluminum foil. Everything is contained nicely and separated. So when you look for one, you just pull it out and then you put it back on. You don't have to move a gazillion things. Yes, the stickers from 5 years ago are still here. Yes. So this, I'm trying it out because it looks like it's one of those stupid gadgets that ends up in the trash, but so far it's been working pretty good, and I think I have room here to put another one, aluminum foil or whatever. So that's how I've organized that. So I know that for a lot of you it's not a big deal. It's like, well, what did I waste my time watching this? Well, it was a big deal because 5 50-gallon trash bags went out the door. I got rid of so much stuff yesterday, and just the spice cabinet alone, there was so many in there that were expired, so many that we don't use at all, different types of oils, and it's the little thing, right? So spend some time reassessing your cabinets. I'm not showing you the pantry because I didn't do it. I didn't have time. I was tired. Spent 7 hours or so yesterday in this kitchen. But it's functional. Everything is easy to access. That's what I wanted. I wanted easy to access. I didn't want to have to move something in order to get to something else. That was the goal when I decided to redo this kitchen yesterday. So if I'm looking for a particular appliance, I just go in there, I got it. I don't have to move a toaster I don't use anymore, or a pressure cooker I don't use anymore in order to get to the multi-cooker. I just can grab it right there. Same thing with the tea. I don't have to move 5 or look at 5 different boxes of tea before I can get the tea that I want. I just open the box and everything is organized. So some of the changes were long overdue, like that stupid paper towel holder, right? It's been like a year and a half now that I have to replace this. I'm glad I did it, and it's wood. It was inexpensive too. It was like $3.99 at that's amazing saving. If you have an amazing saving in your area, check them out because they really do have great prices on kitchen stuff. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. I will see you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.